The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Welcome back to JRE Review. Today we'll be reviewing Bill Ottman on the Joe Rogan Experience, number 1970. All right, so Bill Ottman is the founder of Minds, and I have to say I've been enjoying Minds. I would definitely check it out if I were you. And also, while you're at it, check out my other videos on Bill Ottman. I think you'll enjoy them just as much. All right, but this video is about conspiracy theorists for you tinfoil hat lovers out there, such as myself. All right, check it out.
We're living in sort of a petri dish a little bit. I just like the type of information that, like, the level of discourse on this planet right now is very, like, tampered down compared to what's really going on. I mean, that's just an undeniable fact.
Tampered down?
Yeah, I mean, there's and this is verified. I'm a fucking dork. I read the whole Wikipedia article, but just about top secret information and, like, all the levels. And the U.S. government produces more classified information than non-classified information.
So even if, like, there's an audit, they could redact everything.
Yeah, and it's just all these different divisions and departments, and they all have their own protocols. So just getting a handle on it is, I mean, that's the first thing that has to get done. We have to, but not that we're even going to get the real information from there.
Right.
But
then there's also the national security aspect of it. It's like, you know, you have to have some things redacted because, you know, of China and Russia. Like, they could just say that, and then.
Yeah, that is the phrase that gets used.
Sure.
And it's so.
Because they have
sad.
a full, like, clamp down on their population. I mean, they limit the access to the internet. Their internet is essentially, like, China-based. Like, VPNs are illegal.
All right, this next clip is very similar to the last. And please tell me after you're done watching, what do you think? Do you want to know secrets that the government is maybe holding from us? Maybe. Or, you know, do you want to find out everything? For me, I want to know about aliens. How big are they? Where is their genitalia? Is it on their forehead? Is it, you know, all the way down their leg? Is it like a, you know, snake in my boot? All right, here we go.
There's going to be value and there's going to be negative stuff that comes from it, but, you know, I just love being able to watch it play out, and just everyone's at war, mainstream media at war with independent journalists. I mean,
where do you think it goes? Have you ever, like, try to extrapolate? Do you ever try to, like, look at it, like, from where we're standing now with the chat GPT influence, the AI influence, all this different stuff, all the deep fakes? Do you ever wonder, like, how does this play out?
I think that it's similar to what you were saying before, just like the transparency is just increasing so drastic. Even just thinking about how transparent everything is now compared to 20 years ago and what we're seeing play out real time. I mean, we're seeing Seymour Hersh, who's a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, at war with the New York Times over Nord Stream right now. And that's just happening in front of us. Like,
right.
the U.S. government is denying that we did Nord Stream. Seymour Hersh thinks otherwise. And, you know, that is just.
What does the New York Times take on it?
Oh, man. If we can bring this up, I don't want to abuse Jamie's powers, but they on Easter, their post of the Nord Stream situation was so egregious. They said it may be best that the truth is not revealed about this. Like, it's.
Why?
I mean, because they probably think nuclear warfare is on the table. It would be a false flag. Look at this.
Suspicions multiply as Nord Stream sabotage remains unsolved. Intelligence leaks surrounding the sabotage of the pipelines have provided more questions than answers. It may be in no one's interest to reveal more. What? That's wild. I mean, you literally are in the business of revealing more. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing. If the United States government is engaging in something that is potentially dangerous to the human civilization, because we can start a fucking nuclear war because of this, if you don't report on that, that's going to allow more of that shit to take place.
I can't believe those words were printed and they're still there. Like how can that be where we're at? In terms of where it's going, like honestly, I think that we are on the precipice of a whole new paradigm and level of access to information that is just going to be like a total shift in humanity. I think we're getting closer. And I mean that with regards to classified information coming out, corporate secret information coming out. It's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happening. The Twitter, what we're seeing from the Twitter files, which Elon just did. He became a whistleblower on himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, the amount of information that gave us, and they were denying it for years and gaslighting everybody. It's so egregious and dark.
It's so dark, and they don't have any punishment on the table, which is really crazy. You know, when you saw Vidya like testifying, and she had to kind of admit things that they've said in the past that were not true, it's really fascinating to watch that, because the ramifications of that, it's so dangerous. It's so dangerous to limit the truth and deny the truth. And when you're something like a social media network that is basically the town square for the world, and you're doing that, and you're doing that based on your ideology, and you're doing that based on input from intelligence communities, it's social engineering. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It is their guide. They want to guide us in this particular way.
Yeah.
We at JRE Review are here to save you time. Not everyone has 3.5 hours to watch the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm very fortunate enough that I just love watching it. I don't know. I just watch it all. Anyways, please smash the subscribe button, comment. I want to know what you think. All right, before we go, as always, here's a bonus clip.
Doesn't. I mean, because there's a lot of people that are back on that are, they didn't make that one specific mistake that Alex made, but they've said some.
But the mistake the reason Alex was banned was because it was actually for something he did off Twitter. So he confronted this journalist, Oliver Darcy, in a line at some event. And he was, being Alex Jones, sort of ranting at him.
Yeah.
And then Twitter said, oh, you're bullying this guy, and this is not acceptable behavior, so you're going to leave. But then when I remember, the exchange with Elon and whoever it was that was asking, it was that he hadn't been let on because of the Sandy Hook stuff.
Yes.
Which is not the same. That's not even why he was banned.
Right.
So, it's not easy. I understand, the politics of it, and he probably has Tim Cook being like, we're not going to advertise if you have Alex Jones, but I don't know what's going on. But it doesn't seem to me, because he could win the argument if he would just let him back on.
Right.
And
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night. All day.